Are you ready for the return of Janemba? This time, he's being controlled by a mysterious force from one of the universes that didn't participate in the Tournament of Power. With the current setting in Dragon Ball Daima and the return of Dragon Ball Super, this is entirely possible. Alongside this, we could see a revelation we've all been waiting for. Gogeta, a divine being, confirming that he indeed has his own will. How will this affect everything we know so far? Want to find out? Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the notification bell, or you'll miss out on a lot. Buckle up, and let's dive in. A new Dragon Ball Super movie could once again surprise us by revisiting something that already exists in this universe. It could bring back this evil being, but this time with a twist. Something about him makes him intelligent. And who could be behind it all? With the producers of the Dragon Ball franchise saying there would be movies every 2 years, the anticipation builds. And who better to feature in the next movie than Janemba, back in the spotlight? And who better to represent the end of Dragon Ball Daima and its possible connection to Super than a direct villain from the demon realm? Janemba, but this time as a supreme entity or perhaps even a higher grade Majin, akin to Babadi's father, who created Majin Buu. Considering that he might have been aided by someone who could become the latest villain in Dragon Ball Super, this could tie into the manga's return. There could even be a flashback introducing this new villain and potentially Janemba's return, picking up where Super left off. The hooks are there, and the motives are strong. Maybe a god or angel from an unknown universe is controlling him. This would be very different from his first movie, which wasn't canonical. This new film would integrate aspects of Dragon Ball Super, giving Janemba a more complex and terrifying origin and power. The plot could start with Whis sensing the presence of a powerful being somewhere in the universe. Remember at the end of the Granola Saga, when he told Goku that a warrior stronger than Frieza could have been born at that moment, when Frieza was the strongest in the universe. This entity, Janemba, could have spent years growing stronger in a remote corner of the universe after the transition from Daima to Zed. After being defeated, he continuously absorbed malevolent energy, much like Moro the Planet Eater. However, Janemba would have become immune to normal ki, creating an exciting and challenging twist that would give the Zed warriors a major headache. This would mean he could only be struck by divine techniques. Nothing else would even touch him. A peculiar power for a Majin like him. As always, the story brings together our favorite heroes, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, Piccolo, and even Frieza in a battle against Janemba. Thanks to his Majin powers, Janemba would be untouchable by common techniques, including Destruction Energy and Ultra Instinct. Even though Ultra Instinct is an angelic technique, Goku doesn't directly use the Ki of the Angels. Initially, only the Supreme Kai or techniques like the Spirit Bomb would be able to harm Janemba. But until Goku figures this out, they would endure a brutal struggle in combat. Piccolo, fused with Kami, might also be able to affect Janemba due to his divine nature. However, he wouldn't have the strength needed to deliver a decisive blow. That's where the big twist comes in at the end of the battle, something that would set this film apart from the others, and it wouldn't be hard to pull off. It's a cool and engaging story and a fan service delight for everyone who loves the series. The fusion, or the being Gogeta, comes into play. To everyone's surprise, this movie could reveal that Gogeta isn't just a temporary fusion of Goku and Vegeta but a greater entity. While he may be mortal, his existence transcends common understanding. Whis would explain this during the epic fight between Gogeta and Janemba, where the fusion proves to be the only one capable of defeating the demon. The film's climax would be Gogeta overpowering Janemba in a battle that transcends space and time, showcasing divine powers of an unprecedented magnitude. In the end, Gogeta defeats Janemba not merely through brute force but by mastering divine techniques that go beyond ordinary ki. During the fight, Gogeta would demonstrate never-before-seen abilities, combining Saiyan power with a profound understanding of divine forces. It would be a breathtaking battle with moments of pure adrenaline and emotional impact. Share your thoughts in the comments about all of this. Finally, by bringing Janemba into the official canon, this movie would not only reintroduce an iconic villain with new complexity but also pave the way for future stories. Janemba could return in another movie or even the manga, hinting that enemies of this level would remain a constant threat going forward. This would mean Goku and the others would need to learn and master god-level techniques to be ready for the new challenges. Janemba, for those unfamiliar, was first introduced in the 1995 movie Dragon Ball Z, Fusion Reborn. In that movie, he was created when a worker in Otherworld, tasked with purifying souls, was corrupted by accumulated negative energy, transforming into the giant, childlike demon known as Janemba. His ability to distort reality and incredible resilience made him a formidable opponent. However, he was defeated by the fusion of Goku and Vegeta into Gogeta. What sets this new movie apart from the original is the added depth to the character and his connection to the Dragon Ball Super universe. In the original film, Janemba was a one-dimensional villain whose motivation was limited to destruction and chaos. In this new context, he is elevated to a supreme entity or Majin with divine abilities and resilience, forcing the heroes to seek alternative, more advanced ways to combat him. There could also be different scenarios, such as facing Janemba without Gogeta as the key to victory. This would be the first battle against Janemba, leaving Goku and the others exhausted and confused, unable to find an effective way to harm their enemy. They quickly discover that their usual techniques have no effect on him, forcing them to retreat and rethink their strategies. Whis and Beerus offer guidance, explaining that Janemba can only be hurt by divine techniques, something Goku, Vegeta, and the others have not yet fully mastered. During this pause, we see a series of intense training sessions and meditations, where Goku and Vegeta learn to channel divine power. They train with Whis, who guides them in advanced techniques and helps them understand the true power of Hakai and Ultra Instinct. Broly, known for his raw strength, also joins the training, attempting to master a more refined power that could be effective against Janemba. Gohan and Piccolo, using their own methods, work together to discover ways to unite their powers and create a divine offensive. Meanwhile, Janemba continues wreaking havoc, amplifying his power as he absorbs more negative energy from the universe. He becomes an increasingly significant threat, raising the urgency to stop him. Frieza, ever the opportunist, realizes that his own survival depends on Janemba's defeat and decides to join forces with the heroes, temporarily setting aside his personal ambitions. In the final battle, after intense training and new discoveries, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, Piccolo, and Frieza confront Janemba with an arsenal of divine techniques. They work together in a symphony of attacks, combining forces in innovative ways. However, Janemba proves to be an incredibly resilient opponent, adapting to every new technique thrown at him. The battle reaches its climax when Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta, a being who transcends common understanding. During the fight, Whis explains that Gogeta is more than just a simple fusion of Goku and Vegeta. He is a greater entity with a profound understanding of divine forces and complete mastery over techniques that only gods can wield. This revelation surprises everyone, including Janemba, who begins to grasp the true threat Gogeta represents. Perhaps this is why Whis and Beerus did not allow Gogeta to appear in the Tournament of Power. There might have been consequences if others discovered this unique aspect of Goku and Vegeta. In summary, Whis and Beerus' decision to withhold Gogeta in the Tournament of Power might have been a strategic move to maintain balance, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and ensure that this trump card was reserved for truly critical moments. This allowed Goku and Vegeta to continue growing individually, preparing them for even greater challenges in the future. Gogeta uses a combination of Saiyan abilities and divine techniques, demonstrating power never seen before. He manipulates space and time, distorts reality, and channels divine energy in a way that leaves Janemba defenseless. The battle is fierce and intense, with colossal attacks shaking the very foundations of the universe. Meanwhile, Whis continues to provide explanations, detailing how the fusion of Goku and Vegeta creates a being who, for a brief period, has access to the knowledge and power of divine entities. This means that Gogeta is not just a fusion warrior but a unique entity with a greater purpose, potentially having existed long ago. After the battle, Whis explains that Janemba was only the beginning of a series of divine threats that will emerge. He warns that Goku, Vegeta, and the others will need to continue their training and deepen their understanding of divine techniques to be ready for future challenges. This sets the stage for a new era of training and preparation for our heroes as they gear up to face enemies of an entirely new caliber. Bringing Janemba back with narrative depth and a new set of abilities elevates Dragon Ball Super to a new level of storytelling, where battles are no longer just about who is stronger but about who better understands the cosmic forces that shape their universe. And that, my friends, is something every Dragon Ball fan wants to see. Follow the channel, and see you next time.